With all that's going on in Afghanistan, with us pulling our troops out and ending the war, at least for those people that are involved with it, I realize that for veterans like Vietnam veterans and these current crop of veterans over the last 20 or 30 years, those that have been fighting the war on terrorism, this is not the end of the war. That war is still going on in the interior of their soul and their spirit. And they've been kind of ripped apart by watching what's happening on television and seeing people leaving in the airport scenes. And it looks just like Saigon in 1975. And I've been counseling people and getting calls and emails and messenger messages and contacted even with people dropping by. Everybody is concerned in the veteran community. It feels like when the country needs you, they use you, they abuse you, and when it's done, it's done. Everybody walks away. But there's a price to pay. The veteran's heart, spirit, soul have been wounded and damaged in the process. And that's hard enough to bear. But when you find out that the exact same results of giving your life or limb or your seeing your buddies killed and the sacrifices you made emotionally, spiritually, and time away from family and all that goes on, that it was for nothing. But there never was an end plan, an end game, light at the end of the tunnel. We're going to create this new country in our image. None of that has happened. And we have a history of this continuing from Vietnam. We kind of walked away in the middle of the war there in Korea. And we still got troops guarding that. And then Vietnam came and we walked away from there and that fell. And then this 20-year war that we had going on in Afghanistan and what we did in Iraq. Truly, veterans have to ask, why? Well, as a chaplain myself, somebody that's been looking after the spirit of my fellow veterans, brothers and sisters out there, I want to say, I understand what you're going through. I appreciate what you've done. And I believe this nation, even though they haven't fully said so in so many ways, your actions, your duty, your call to duty, what you've done has been truly appreciated. Whether it's fully understood what that you had to sacrifice, what's fully understood what you had to go through, or if they fully understand what all this meant, I don't know. But I know the American public has no problem with us, veterans. Government, that's a different thing. I just want to reach out at this time, since I read an article today, somebody sent me, and it said, and I think the numbers are from like the end of 2019, so it doesn't take in 2020 or 2021. But the numbers that I was given was there's been 30,177 suicides by veterans. That's just those that are fighting the war on terrorism. Just that group, over 30,000 suicides. And that's versus 7,057 who died in theater, means from wounds or a car crash or whatever else happened, illness. But there was only 7,057 died during that same period of time in the battle area. So that's like unbelievable. It's like 4-1. What's going on? We're killing off veterans. They're killing off themselves. So I just felt it was time for me to say something. Privately, I've been working on this. Individually, I've been working on this. With small groups, I've been working on this. But I just want to send something out saying, we love you. We appreciate you. We got your back. And I know Vietnam veterans, most especially, when we came back from Vietnam, there was no welcome wagon for us. Nobody understood us. We were considered crazy vets. We fought the war that everybody hated. Friends from high school and from life and from college, they didn't understand what we went through or why we did it. They told us that we were wrong. And then when the war was over and everything collapsed and the communists took over, they basically said we wasted our time, that they were right all along. I hope civilians out there are smart enough not to throw this at our new vets. Those are the last 20 years have been fighting this war on terrorism. It hurts. It hurts. The facts are what the facts are. We never had an end game plan for either war. But follow the money. Somebody's made money off all these wars. We sold ammo, we sold uniforms, we sold fuel. Airlines made money, tank manufacturers made money, weapons manufacturers made money. Everybody made money. The veterans paid the real price. I love you. I got your back. I'm asking my fellow veterans, those that are able to handle this, to reach out, making you all honorary chaplains to go out there and help your fellow vet. So God loves us, and that's the truth. Whether anybody else does, it's up to them. But know that we were called, we served, we did our duty, we did our job. And I think every one of us would probably do it again, regardless. God bless you all.